Have you ever seen somebody use a custom bridge in Cities Skylines and wondered how they did that? Well, this is the tutorial for you. I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hi guys, now there is only a certain amount you can do with the vanilla bridges within the base game. No matter how much you use my perfect bridge tutorial, you can't do anything majestic. So let's head over to the workshop and get the mods that we're going to require for this. Well, first of all, the Fine Road Anarchy. That's pretty much essential. You are desperately going to need that one. Also, while we're at it, the Fine Road tool, also by SamsamTS, both by the same modder, and a great modder they are too. This is useful as well, and I highly recommend it. You don't desperately need it for this tutorial, but it's a very good mod to have. An essential mod to have all the time is Move It. You really have to have Move It, and also Find It. All of these by SamsamTS. Find It will make it easier to find your bridges once in the game. Finally, no pillars. Now, this is counterintuitive to a degree, as you'll see within the tutorial, but No Pillars by BloodyPenguin will help you tidy up your pillars that you don't want. Now also you're going to want some bridges. Now if you search for bridge, you're going to end up with a whole mass of all sorts of wonderful stuff like this. But you want the good stuff, don't you? Now strangely enough, counterintuitively again, search under electricity, and here's where all the custom bridges are put. For some reason, bridges equal electricity. I don't understand why, but there we are. Find one you like, subscribe to it. I think the Golden Gate Bridge looks pretty cool. I'm not sure we'll use that today, but you never know. And that's it. Right, that's everything you need on the workshop. Let's head back to Merrickstowe, which is the map we'll be using today. Here's the river. First of all, we're going to find our bridge. So I'm going to go to find it. I've searched for the term bridge, and then we'll just have a look through some of the bridges. A few pillars are under the same category here as well, but there we are. That's quite nice. That fits. You want one that's wide enough, obviously, to go from bank to bank, or maybe fall slightly short, and then you can extend the rest out. That's not too bad. That's close. What else have we got here? This one. This is a pretty one. Hard to see it really, but yeah, it's not bad. This one, possibly a little bit narrow. I think what we'll do is we'll go back to one of those first ones. How about that one there? That's quite nice. I like that, and it fits absolutely plumb. Find a good location that it goes across to both banks. I think about there will be lovely. We'll drop that down, and then we'll have a look. Now, don't worry about how it's gouged into the ground there. We'll be terraforming that later. That is a very simple job to put right. But just make sure you're happy with the location of the bridge. I like that. That will do the job for me. Right, next thing to do is roads. So let's go open up the road menu. There it is. And then find the road that will fit. Now, I'm afraid there is no straight, easy answer to this. It's trial and error. I happen to know that this lane, 4-lane road, is one that will fit. Now, ground level. We don't want to be at ground level. What you want to do is you want to raise it up a couple of elevation notches. Select No Pillars from the No Pillars mod menu. And 4 blocks long will be fine. That will give us 5 nodes to work with when we use Move It. Speaking of Move It, let's open up Move It now. And we're going to select the entire stretch of road. There you are, 5 nodes to play with. Which will mean that the middle node of the 5 will be in the middle of our bridge. See, it's as easy as that, you see. Very simple to work out. Anyway, we're going to elevate it a bit more. Raise it up into the sky like this. Oh, look, we've got pillars underneath. That's weird. We said no pillars. But if we move the road up, the pillars are left behind. Very easy then, just to select them and hit the bulldoze option there. Now, let's go and move that road over to our bridge. Line it up. It doesn't have to be absolutely accurate. The closer you are, the easier it will be to do the next step. But there you are. Don't worry, it's not long enough. Don't worry about that. That is fine. Just line it up. Somewhere around about like that is perfectly adequate. Now, let's come and use Move It to line up the end of the bridge with the road with the end of the bridge like that. Use the page up and page down to elevate and drop down. Grabbed both ends and we've aligned those. Let's drop that down. That's about perfect. A little bit there, that's good. Then find the middle node. Where was it? It's somewhere there. There it is, yes. Drag it to the middle and elevate that one up as well. Just get that to touch. You'll find the perfect spot. Okay, it's not centered. We'll center it up a little bit more. You in there? Yes. Close. A little bit up again. And just take your time with this. Rushing will not help. Once you've centered up the middle node, everything else should be pretty much there. Just align that up as well. Raise it, elevate it, and line it up. Is that good? Still needs lining up. Take your time. Honestly, this is not a rush. This is not a game that you want to rush. We'll drop that down a little bit. It's a little bit too high. And we are about there now. That's great. And at this end, we're going to do very similar. We'll grab this node and drag it just to the other side of the upright so it matches the other side. We'll elevate it as well. Make sure it's all lined up perfectly doodles. Very good there. Very straight. Just make sure everything's good. Take your time. As I say, there is no rush. Look down the length of the bridge. If you're happy and I'm happy, that's great. Now we're going to extend the roads down to ground level. Now, once again, this has got to be a slow, gentle drop down to the ground. Is that okay? That's not too bad. We'll use move it just to add a little bit of curvature to the road. So open up, move it. I'm going to raise that up a little bit. That's not bad, actually. Now we are now down at ground level there. Just check everything is nice and smooth with that. And there, intersection at the end. We'll do the same at the other end as well, and then open up the terraform tool and just a little bit of tidying up. This is within More Beautification by BloodyPenguin. I didn't put it down as a required mod for this, but you probably got it anyway. So anyway, smooth that one out. If you haven't got it, you probably want it. And I have a terraform mod tutorial as well. It's for the old terraform mods, but you'll certainly do the same trick here as well. Anyway, a little bit of terraforming just to smooth out those rough banks that we produced for ourselves. And then look for some little props like that. I think some rocks would look very nice along our little river bank here. Up to you how you decorate it, of course. There we are. I've also got prop and tree Anarchy. Not absolutely required for this, but you might want it. Anyway, now I'm just going to open up the roads, and there we are. Everything is going over the bridge now. Nobody's using the old bridge because I've cut everything off. So that's it. Custom bridge. Very simple to do. Not difficult, and even I can do it. And believe me, I am cack-handed as the next person. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Don't forget you can support me on Patreon for just like 4 pennies a show, which is nothing, absolutely nothing. And you get to vote on what maps I'm going to review in the upcoming shows of my map review show, What's Map. And heck, you can even suggest maps for me to review. That'd be amazing. I wish you could do that for me. I've got a few other tutorials, and there'll be more tutorials to come. Well, I'm going to leave you with this custom bridge. I think we just need to give it a name. How about Herbert? Yeah, Herbert. You're a star. You're the star of the show, Herbert. I like you.